Hey everyone, I'm Pastor Adam. I want to take a moment to bring some guys in that we're going to have a special event at the end of this month. We're going to have a concert, and we got something new, some new group coming in, and I want to take this time to kind of have them introduce themselves and talk about the band, talk about the music they have, and the mission behind it. So I want to turn it over to Steve, which some of you guys may know who Steve is, but I'm going to let him kind of introduce him and maybe the rest of the guys in the band.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Steve Elder. Been going here for a little over a decade. We got a band. It's called Undoing Fate. It's a Christian metal band. It was founded about 8 years ago. I was previously in a secular band of the same name, and when I became a Christian, decided that I was going to start making music that was for the Lord. So that's how it came around. And over here is Damien. He came about 5 years ago.
Something like that.
Yeah. And my son, he just, Randy, he just recently joined 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm. Yep, been playing with him for 4 to 5 months.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and we just want to make music that's positive, that, helps spread the gospel. So.
And who else is in the band? That
Sammy Rutherford is our bassist, and his dad, Doug Ball, is the drummer, and they couldn't be here. They had to be working.
Yeah. So you talk about the shift, especially for you, who's been at the beginning of this 8 years, right? And so you talk about that shift from going from kind of secular to this Christian mentality behind it. How is that playing effect in your life and in the life of the band, like making that switch? Was it hard? Was it difficult?
It wasn't hard for me, but when I decided to make it a Christian band, the other people that were with me before left. So they couldn't understand why I could no longer sing the stuff that we wrote because it was pretty evil.
Yeah.
And so they didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I just told them, I said, I can't sing a song and then as soon as I'm done singing, be like, Lord, sorry that I just sang that. And so.
Yeah. So, it might be kind of hard for a lot of people to kind of wrap their heads around this, but it's Christian metal. Yeah, you're singing to the Lord. So what some of the songs, especially that you've shifted to, I mean, how does that message change from where people might think of what metal is compared to when you're talking about positive? So I know some of your songs, Redeemer is one. You sing Psalms. So how does that translate? I mean, from being at metal yet it's still kind of Christian. I mean, is it working out? Like how does that sound? I mean, we're gonna link all these tracks in the Spotify playlist in the description. But I think to me that's interesting that it's metal, but yeah, you're singing, kind of Christian theme.
Yeah, it was just about the meaning of it.
Yeah.
Before we used to talk about a lot of evil, demonic things, and of course, did not help my life out any.
Yeah.
And so now it's just I want our music to inspire people to want to follow God. And even if they're not Christians, to just give that message of hope. Mm-hmm. Because there's not a lot of, you look at, the world, it's just a lot of doom and gloom and despair. And that's just not something I want to be a part of anymore.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I mentioned this to you, but I think it's really cool because there are so many different genres of music out there. And if the mission is to reach lost people and you want to give them that message of hope, you want to show them God. Well, there's a lot of people in the world who listen to metal, to listen to this type of music, but what do they have? What's their resource? What do they have to listen to?
Yeah.
Yep. And so now you're giving them an opportunity where it sounds like this, but the meaning is totally different. So if anybody out there that, maybe on the fence of coming to know God, or maybe they're just whatever, but they don't like hip hop, they don't like the contemporary music of Christianity that's out there now, but they like metal and they're used to listening to the secular metal bands, and you guys have that similar vibe, that similar sound, but your message is totally different than what they're. So to me, I think that is what's so fascinating about this, and honestly, why I feel, this is me personally, I feel like that's needed. We need Same way there's so many Christian hip hop artists, right? You know, rappers. They're appealing to those people that listen to music, but their message is whole. It's the same style, same sound, but it's a totally different message, and I think that's really, really neat. So, and you guys, you know, you have tracks, you've been able to record some things, right? And you got some more kind of in the works to be able to get recorded.
Oh, take that.
Yeah, we've got four songs right now that we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
We still got a couple more that we got to re-record just because some stuff went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a process.
It's a learning process, right?
But
Yeah.
Definitely.
We've got 4 that are pretty much done. We just got to clean it up a bit, add a couple things, redo some vocals for him. And honestly, I'm thinking these are probably our best ones so far.
Oh, yeah. And you know, the good thing is, you know, you always talk about, you know, God works in your life if you follow him. And so, you know, these 2 gentlemen right here, he went to school for music production. He went to school for a little bit for it, but he has the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So now we are able to sit there and make our own music, record it, and be able to put it out there. And, you know, we don't have to pay money for it.
Oh, I think the way the culture is today, it makes it so easy for people to do that.
It does.
I mean, good and bad. You know what I mean? Because anybody can do it, right? But I think that is, you know, I love how it's so easy for that to be done because now it's getting more opportunities for positive messages to be put out there.
Yeah. And these guys are really good at it.
Yeah, right.
I was amazed when they showed me the.
It's the younger generation
yeah.
that how to do this, right, Steve?
I tell you, they're really good at it. They are. They amazed. It was pretty amazing when I heard the almost final products, how well it was and how clean and.
Yeah,
so.
And you know, stuff like this it can only get better as you guys work together. As time goes on, you get, you know what I mean. It's only going to sound and get better and better. And I want to mention too that, you know, Randy, you kind of came on, you know, 5 months ago or so, but you kind of bring a different vocal element to what was, because I remember I listened to this stuff before, and that's why a lot of stuff you're going back and kind of redoing some tracks because. You know, because of your skill set as a vocalist, of what you're offering into it, and I love that mix. It's a little bit of, would you call it hip hop? Would you call it rap? What would you call it? Like,
I mean, yeah, just like really on song, that right there, that's kind of like hip hop.
I like that, yeah.
But you know, I kind of bring like a clean style of vocal and been working on the screams.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you know,
and you have a background in choir and things too, which, you know, is good. I like that. I like bringing that kind of different element because I just feel like that's kind of like a genre that people are going for now, and being able to kind of have that flexibility, right? Because I mean, you didn't have that flexibility per se before. Now it kind of gives you as a whole as a band more range to kind of explore each song or each kind of vibe.
Well, and it's nice because both of them were in choir. So they can actually sing.
Yeah, we got 2
You
choir
should have
boys.
heard me when I first started playing with them.
Yeah, because I'd always be like, hey, man, it's not choir anymore. We got to pour that rock feel.
Got to retreat a little bit.
Took
Not so
me a
formal.
while to get the rock voice.
Where before I had to do a lot of the singing. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not real good. I fall flat a lot of times, waver. But those 2 he's taken over all my singing. He does good with the songs he sings, and they back each other up well. He's got a little higher range, so that's also nice.
Yeah.
Because me and him sound kind of a lot alike when we sing.
Oh,
I noticed like on Nothing But the Blood, when you get into the ending of it, I couldn't hit that note like you do. I'd have to do it like a lower note.
Yeah,
I could do
drop
the
it,
raspy part of it, but hitting
Yeah.
that higher note when you're screaming it, no.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's really amazing. So when's this happening? When's this concert that we're hosting it here, Porterfield, June
29th at
29th,
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Out in the field.
Out in the field.
And I guess if it rains, we're going to go in the
We'll
sanctuary.
move it inside. Yeah.
So rain or shine.
Rain or shine, it's happening. And so, you know, even if this isn't up your alley, you know, it's so amazing to be able to have this and support this. So, you know, if you're not doing anything that evening, come out, see what it's about.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to be able to deliver a positive message in this way. I think is so powerful. So thank you guys so much once again. Like I said, I'm going to put a link to their Spotify playlist in the description, and we'll have it out there so people can see. So you can kind of get a little bit more feel and a little bit vibe of what they're all about and the positive message that they're sending. So thank you guys so much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
He restores my soul. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.